Hello everybody, my name is Leo, and with this video, as you requested, we will share a direct comparison between the Boss GX100 and the Line 6 Pod Go. First of all, we will hear the units in action with the demo song, then we will compare the features and technical characteristics of the two units with a very detailed comparison chart, then we will hear more sounds, also comparing the two units with the real tube amps, checking out the frequency response, the dynamic range management, the note envelope and the effects, and finally I will give you my 2 cents. So I hope you enjoy, and please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, as it would really help me to make more videos like this. Let's start with the demo song. We will now compare the two units among the following parameters: number of amps, cabs and microphones built-in, third-party IRs, number of effects and effect chain management more in general, MIDI availability, inputs and outputs available in both the units, foot switches and expression pedal, screen size and type, special features available with both the units, looper and drum machine, ADA conversion and USB channels at your disposal, current, power, dimensions, weight and price. First of all, in the GX100 we have 23 amps and cabs and 4 microphones built-in, with the possibility to choose 3 distances and 11 positions of the mic over the cab. On the other hand, in the Pod Go we have 83 amps, 39 cabs and 16 mics, where you can change the distance of the mic but not the position. I would give the thumb up to the Pod Go, as it offers way more amps and cabs and mic simulations. Even if, let me just say that it is really a pity that with the Pod Go you cannot change the mic position, as the mic position has really a big impact on the tone. As regards third-party IRs, we have 16 user slots in the GX100 and 128 in the Pod Go. Therefore, thumb up to the Pod Go. Let's now talk about effects and effect chain management. That is maybe the most complex argument to talk about. The GX100 offers more than 150 effects, arranged in 15 blocks, amp and cab included, that you can arrange in whatever order you want, with the possibility to have parallel effects, parallel amps, and the possibility to load many instances of the same effect. In the Pod Go we have more than 190 effects arranged in 10 blocks that you can place in whatever position you want. Furthermore, the Pod Go offers the snapshot function to change presets seamlessly, where in the GX100 you have the assign function, with which you can obtain a similar result. Both the unit manage the trace of the time effects. Therefore, I would give the thumb up to the GX100 as it offers a more flexible signal chain. The GX100 offers MIDI connectivity, where in the Pod Go you need to use MIDI over USB, as it lacks physical MIDI connections. As regards inputs and outputs, the GX100 has a guitar input, a mono effect loop, unbalanced stereo outputs, and an headphone out. In the Pod Go we have a guitar input, a stereo effect loop via TRS jacks, balanced TRS outputs, an amp out, and an headphone out. Here I would give the thumb up to the Pod Go as it offers both balanced stereo outputs and a stereo effect loop. As regards the foot switches, they both have 8 foot switches, an expression pedal built in, and an input for another one. The Boss has also an amp control out to be used to switch the channel of your tube amp. The screen of the GX100 is touch sensitive, where the one of the Pod Go is a standard colorful screen that is not touch sensitive. So thumb up to the GX100. Furthermore, as regards special features, they both have a computer app to manage your presets and create the signal chains you want. With the Boss you can purchase a Bluetooth dongle with which you can control the GX100 remotely with a phone app that allows us, for instance, to tweak your tone remotely, as if you were among your audience. On the other hand, you can purchase a wireless version of the Pod Go, obviously spending more money. Therefore, I would say that they are on par and that it really depends on your needs and your use cases. They basically offer the same looper length and neither of the two offer a drum machine. As regards ADA conversion, the GX100 offers a 4x4 USB channels audio interface at 48 kHz and 24 bits with 32-bit internal processing, and the Pod Go offers a 4x4 audio interface too, but with up to 96 kHz at 24 bits converters. Therefore, I would say that they are on par, as the GX100 offers 32-bit internal processing and the Pod Go has converters at 96 kHz. As regards power needs, I would give a thumb up to the GX100, which is less power hungry. As regards dimension and weight, the Pod Go is smaller and lighter, mainly because the GX100 has a full metal chassis and therefore it should be more robust. Therefore, I would say that they are on par. One is lighter and the other one feels more robust. And finally, as regards the price, the Pod Go is less expensive, but we have to say that the GX100 has been just launched and therefore the price could decrease in the coming months. So finally, let's count the green and red thumbs. We have 8 greens with 5 reds for the GX100 and 8 greens and 5 reds for the Pod Go. Therefore, they are on par. Obviously, each feature could have a different importance for you, and so for instance, you may prefer the Pod Go for the stereo effect loop or the GX100 for the more flexible signal chain or the touchscreen. But if you just algebraically sum the reds and greens, they are on par. Let's now hear some more sounds. We will now compare the modelers versus 2 real valve amps, a jumpered Plexi that is connected to a greenback speaker and with everything to none but the volume that is at 8 for both the channels, and a Fender Deluxe Reverb connected to a Jensen speaker with everything to none. In the modeler I have loaded their simulations of the real amps with the IR I have made of the speakers I'm using in both the real amps. We will be testing the frequency response, the dynamic range management and the note envelope of the real deal versus the modelers, playing few licks with the guitar. I have already recorded the DI tracks of the licks in my digital audio workstation, so we are sure that we are gonna send the same exact lick to the modelers and the real amp, without introducing little human errors derived from the fact that it is impossible to play the same lick many times without little variations. These are the 5 licks I will be using. I will use the first to match the frequency response, I mean we will hear the amps and the modelers with the same settings, and then I will tweak the modelers to sound as close as possible to the real deal. Then with the second lick we will hear the bass frequency, then with the third lick we will test the dynamic response of the modelers, I mean the way the modelers cleans up and breaks up according to the volume of your guitar, or how soft or hard you push the strings. And with the fourth and fifth lick we will check out the note envelope management. Then we will test also 3 effects for each modeler: a chorus, a ping-pong delay and finally a plate reverb. I've tried to match the types of effects and settings for each modeler, even if it is almost impossible as each modeler has its own parameters even for the same effect. Therefore, it is, as I was saying, impossible to make a scientific comparison. But at least I hope you will be able to hear, how to say, the character of each modeler, so that you can decide yourself which one you prefer. I will let you now hear the test and I will not say anything, so that you can make up your own idea without being influenced by mine. And we will discuss the results later on in my 2 cents section of this video. Let's start! Final considerations here, and please notice that these are gonna be my personal opinions for my specific use cases, and of course you may not agree with me, and this is totally fine. Let's talk about the main differentiating factors for each unit. As regards the Boss, for sure the effect chain is better and offers more options, with the possibility to have parallel effect chains, also loading to amps or parallel effects, and it also offers 15 effects blocks, where the Pod Go is more limited in terms of effect chain management. Then we have the touch-sensitive screen, which allows easier operation compared to the Pod Go. I would also mention the robustness of the GX100. This unit is built like a tank with a full metal chassis, where the Pod Go feels more plasticky, especially on the back of the unit. Finally, you can buy an optional Bluetooth connector for the GX100, which allows to control remotely the GX100 with your phone. And this could be handy, for instance, to check out how your tone is gonna be perceived sitting like you were among your audience and tweaking the unit remotely with the app. As regards the Pod Go, I would mention the balanced stereo outputs via TRS cables that can be useful in live situations if you need to run long cables to connect your pedalboard to a mixing desk without adding noise. Then it offers a stereo FX loop if you want to connect an external effect pedal. Then I would mention that the Pod Go offers much more amp simulations, 83 versus 23. So if you like to experiment with different amp tones, you may want to choose the Pod Go. Finally, I would mention the price, as the Pod Go is currently less expensive compared to the GX100, even if we have to take into consideration that the GX100 has been just launched and so the price could decrease in the coming months. If I had to summarize even more, I would say that the stronger selling points of the GX100 are its effect chain flexibility and the touchscreen, and the stronger selling points of the Pod Go are the balanced outputs and the stereo effect loop. As regards the tones, well, here it really comes down to your personal preferences. With both the unit you can get very nice tones without using the computer app, but just the physical unit. Thanks to the touch screen of the Boss, I was able to get closer to the tone I had in mind quicker compared to the Pod Go. And actually, in my demo review of the GX100, I was able to obtain one of the nicer lead strat tone I have ever made, pretty easily. With the Pod Go you can obtain similar results, but you have to spend more time learning the unit and tweaking, in my experience. As regards effects, personal preferences are even more important here. I'm more used to Boss effects that, in my opinion, are, how to say, less intrusive compared to the ones of the Line 6, but it really depends on what you need and what you like. Finally, you cannot go wrong with either of the two units, and I think that it all comes down to your needs and your personal preferences. And now it's your turn. Which one of the two units do you prefer? Which one would you buy? Why? Please let me know your precious and valuable opinions in the comment section below, as our community and your comments could help other guitarists to make the right choice according to their needs. These were my final 2 cents. We have now reached the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did it, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell and leave a thumb up. It would be of a great help. If you're interested in my IRs or in my camper profiles, you can check out the link in the card above or description below, where there is also a link to a playlist of songs of mine and to my 2 new Leo Gibson Band songs. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.